everyone. Welcome to another tournament match. And what a match this will be, because today we've got Pizza Wizard playing as the Hunters against Scotsword as Dracula. Pizza Wizard is naturally going with the Pizza Wizard setup. It's not called Old Pizza Wizard setup for no reason. And then, well, I I personally, from the tournament standpoint, will I'm hoping Scotsword takes the win, and as as things stand, there is a hope. I there is I with me having played all my games, I've just made as much of a mark as I can. I'm guaranteed top four, but there's possibility that I might get get third place instead of fourth if and only if either Snuff or Pizza Wizard goes uh, without any wins this round. So, seeing a Scotsword win will help towards that aspiration. Uh, Unfortunately, since I only got since I only got 11 and not 12 wins, uh, I there's not I am unable to get 12 second place as I would have if I had gotten 12. And really slim possibilities under very specific circumstances all the same. But we'll see how this goes. Hmm. So, what will happen? We don't know. That's why I was thinking of where to begin. Alright. Let the week one supply train begin. Hmm. So, Not much for the first day. Mia showing a knife. Okay. Good for her that she has that. Even if it's not ideal to have shown it. But then again, when is it ideal to show practically anything? With the possible exception of the horse. Alright. So why am I rooting for Scotsword when he's the one in the lead? I mean, it's actually precisely because he's in the lead. I cannot catch him as I've played all my games. But with my current wins, and since at present both Snuffleupagus and Pizza Wizard haven't played each other, so far Scotsword has won all of his games. So therefore, as things currently stand, if Scotsword, if either Pizza Wizard or Snuff goes without scoring a single win this round, I'll get third place instead of fourth. So therefore, I am incentivized to. It is within my interest to see that Pizza Wizard and Snuff get as few wins as possible. But then again, if either one of them get even one win, their medium Burkle's score will trump mine. Not to mention IDS most likely as well. But one way or another, they will be. Yeah, one way or another, it will do me good, so to speak, if that ends up being the case. Me showing renewed vigor. Oh, well, it's definitely good for Drac for him to know about it. I imagine that Pizza Wizard is less than happy about that. Because now Scotsword knows to play around the renewed vigor. At least until they use it. Let's see. There's definitely a lot to be. What? Oh, she's found herself a horse. Whoops. Yeah, quite a few Dracula events this early. If Scotsword chose to start with a hoax, then what will he do with Rufus? I personally would try to search small amounts, only 2 locations, but nonetheless, it gives you some info, like especially if you were to poke at Valona or Athens or possibly an Ireland location, you can at least narrow things down a little bit. Okay. Crucifix and rifle. Okay. Hired scouts. I suspect he'll likely just poke around down in Spain. That's one of the weaknesses of the Pizza Wizard setup. Varna and Galatz. Okay, poking around in the east instead. So, no perfect time newspaper for the hunters. It's entirely possible that they got an early one, of course, but it'll still be another full day before that will have a chance to come into effect. Hmm. Wolf form. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Rifle and holy bullets. Behind the veil. Okay, a reckless, two mobs, a saboteur, and a bodyguards. Well, that'll doubtless be the reckless. Local rumors. Nope. Crucifix. Scoring a pistol. No real surprise. So we have a couple of rifles in the discard, which is a little bit interesting. And I suppose, since it's Peace Wizard hunting, the presence of a holy borderless discard along with a rifle is definitely a little bit interesting. Most people I wouldn't really comment on it all that much, but Okay, so alright. Now, as soon as Dracula makes his move, we shall just see. Have the hunters draw a newspaper? Did they get an early newspaper to reveal this? And if so, where did Dracula begin? Italy? Spain? Somewhere in the east? England? Possibly. Because there weren't any evil presences. Yeah, there's been very little chance to discover stuff with, wow, already 10 Dracula events in the discard. If there's a hoax in there, the hunters definitely need to be careful. Because the 10 and Dracula events in there already, there will be plenty. There will likely be quite at least a couple good options for Dracula. Scotsword is at least thinking of placing a rare token. But is not doing so. Alright. Do we have a newspaper? Yes, we do. Florence. Alright. So we went for a mid-Italy start. I'm guessing he went from Florence down to Rome, went to Rome, hid wolf form to Genoa or Venice. So, how good are Godalming and Mina equipped for movement? And the thing is, if Seward has a horse, even he could get there within 2 days. I'm sorry if I seem awfully quiet today, chat, but well, without a co-com, it's rather it's not easy to keep the dialogue going. Okay, you can make it down to Genoa, which okay, so he did not go down to Rome. So Genoa, Venice, Florence, Venice, Genoa. And then Wolfhorn from Genoa. At a guess, that will likely be Zurich that he Wolfhorn to? Or no, possibly he would Wolfhorn down into Rome. And now he's going towards Bari to ferry the Adriatic. That'd be my guess. Now that I think of it. So what is he going to do with me? I agree that's definitely a hard choice. If he wolf formed down here, and is heading uh, towards towards the east by ferrying the Adriatic, he wants someone over there. But at the same time, if he wolf form north, also, but same if he wolf form to the north. But on the other hand, uh, who's going to deal with all this stuff? Can't Angle Dumming really do it alone? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I would likely just apply with Mina. Try to find like a possibly. Oh, he's moving. Yeah, just going to Venice. Help clear up the trail a little bit faster, perhaps. Stake, aristocratic vampire. Okay. I had actually half guessed that that was an aristocratic because Scotsword definitely did hesitate on whether to place a rumor token there or not, on this last move or not. And that implied that this one was a vampire of some sorts or another, and then combine that with no ambush, and that definitely seems to indicate an aristocratic. Mia also has a stake for another aristocratic. Okay, 2 stakes used, both on aristocratics. At a guess, let me see. When did that? He, if he had a fog early, he may well have put it like wolf form down to Rome and put it there. The thing is, we don't know. Oh, where? Oh, yeah. Search with him. And then he did not go to Munich. Okay. Local rumors. Yeah. All right. Let's. Hmm. So what will this be? I'd guess it'll be a hoax, either that or another, or the third aristocratic. Okay, trading. By possibly giving me an escape route for just in case this is a fighter vamp. It's a hoax. I imagine Pizza was rather happy that he got that. As there are 11 Drac events in there for Drac to choose from, for Scotsword to choose from, if it had matured. Now the question is, where did he wolf form to? Genoa is not the most ideal, not exactly the ideal spot to wolf form from. Hide. Yeah, so he can still be down there. Albeit he'll need to have hidden. Dogs and holy bullets. Oh, newspaper. Okay, so is indeed Wolf formed down to Rome. Then he went to Naples, and now he's hiding at Bari. We now know. We know now. Oh, exactly what the trail is. Hmm. I suppose whoever will likely be at this point will likely be supplying for possibly like a deep down horse that's buried deep in the pile. I mean, for my final game, I got rather unlucky with having the bottom two cards being two of the horses, so it's definitely possible. By no means is it impossible. Yeah, she'll refill her ticket count. Makes me wonder, where's the third? Where exactly are the other horses? Does Godalming have one? Or is Mina's the does Van Helsing have one? Or is Mina's horse the only one currently in play? And he too has two horses buried all the way down here. Hmm. Yep. Faring the Adriatic now. Now here's an interesting question. If you if the hunters have CG already, do you use it now to blockade Valona, prevent him from going to the east? And the thing is, if you have even one heavenly host, you can make him go Ionian, see? Oh, well, there goes the heavenly host. Speaking of them, speaking of that particular item, let me see. So, I imagine Mina will go to Rome. Either go to Rome or Naples, try to silence one more thing, and then we'll start supply. We'll supply to replace the stake that she used. Either that or we'll step back to Genoa. Okay, horse 1. Venice is now lair, so whoops. Okay. I'm assuming that's still a knife, yes? Yeah. Whoopsie daisies. I'm not sure if she was conscious of that being a lair or not, but but I suppose blocking off Venice makes sense. That means that since he doesn't have since Scotsword doesn't have wolf form back yet, he'll likely want to try to get some of this stuff to he basically, since he doesn't have wolf form back, he has and he hit at Bari, he can't, and therefore can't misdirect it. He has no, if he's going to land, he's going to land at Naples. I mean at, sorry, Valona. What am I saying? So at least they'll know where he is. Okay, and that's what's happening. Excuse me. So, what have you got? So, how does he plan to address the trail? And how does he plan to address Dracula's presence in the east? Okay, so Godalming does have a horse. Okay, yep, going to Rome. Yep. He, my. Is there indeed like a horse buried at the bottom? Okay. I'm guessing that Van Helsing was holding the horse, and now he's railing down so as to, and Seward is simply waiting for Van Helsing so that he can trade it off. Okay. Now what does Mina do? Does she go to Zagreb and just try to restrict Dracula's movement? Or does he instead do yeah, the question is whether or not Mia would go east or help down south. Because imagine if this is a fog right here, then whatever is in Naples, and then and then this rumor token will be left free to mature. And there won't be a thing that he can do about them, unless he can unless he has an excellent weather to get around it. Oh, he's just gonna let Rome mature. Okay. I think that he's guessing that it's a bats or something along those lines, so he doesn't want to proc it. But the thing is, if this is a fog, then the damage is still done. Bodyguards. Okay, that's a nice mature. Will he permit Naples to mature as well, so as to get on there before the Hide would just completely stop him? Mind you, it may still completely stop him if the height is a bat's. As it would first put the, with the... Okay, it's a double vamp. That's what's going on. Alright. So you know that Goldaming has a horse. Eh, I think that we can safely say that Goldaming doesn't have an escape route, because I'm pretty sure he would have done an escape route right here, if he had one. And it may depend on what sort of equipment he has, but... Alright, yeah. Classic turn 1 mesmerize the escape. Or round 1 rather. I mean, turn, round. Not that big a deal. So round 2, what now? As reckless, I would just try to fang in case he does a punch. Plotting, and he did indeed punch. Yeah, because since this is under a high card, you don't care too much if he just gets knived. So yeah, I would have done a fang there, at least if I had the option to. I would have done it that way. Okay, fang. I need a knife. So, there we go. Goldaming gets it without a scratch. Well, no, he's mesmerized, so that doesn't kill it. Not yet. So Goldaming has a horse, a knife, and one other item that is yet to be shown. I would just fang again if you have it. Strength? Okay. That works too. I mean, kind of works. So that says that Goldaming does not have another knife. Because he probably would have done that if he had double knife. I mean, unless he's just trying to hide information. But I'm not sure if he would have been willing to risk plotting. But then again, if you have double knife, why would you be so worried about plotting? Strength again. Did the knife, so buff hits him for 2 damage. Claw. Okay. Yeah, simply dodge the last round. Okay, so that was more in Hunter's favor because that wasn't because that was a simple strength hit for and a new vampire for the actual vampire. Plotting first, and he just escapes. Okay, so this seems to say that Goldaming does have a stake. For clearing this out. But, of course, there is a price for this. What is hiding under Naples? I'm not sure what he means his own strategies, like doing double vamp. What answer does he have to the problem of Naples? And what if that's a hoax? That will be nasty. Huh. Is this an imposter playing for Pizza Wizard? He's discarded all the holy bullets. And he always makes a fuss about people discarding holy bullets. What a hypocrite, lol. Joking around, of course. And this means that you'll have a nighttime scrape with the 1 health reckless. So if Scotsword does better this combat, and Scotsword knows exactly what Goldong has. So do you begin with Mesmerize or not? Because Goldong may choose to start with Punch. And Goldong's priority is to just escape, but do you take the chance and Punch in case he mesmerizes first? Since you know that Scotsword knows what you've got. Fangs first, and he went with Knife first. Okay. Outguessed. Okay, so there we have it. Yeah, that went very well for Peace Wizard, but now the question is, what's at Naples? One thing I might be considering it as one thing I might have considered another bodyguards. Okay, so if he gets into combat, he has 2 bodyguards in reserve. So he can just buffet someone for 4 damage before the combat, and that's so I might actually consider trying to provoke a fight. I want to start considering doing something. And we know that they have a renewed vigor, but do they have something else that they might want to do? So when it comes to combat with the big man, he has some tools. Excellent weather. I suspected that was coming. Yeah, he was considering doing a renewed vigor. I expect. But since excellent weather is a special move, he couldn't. Gul'dan would be unable to use his horse. He went to Sarajevo. Interesting. I was wondering if you go Valona, Sarajevo, and now Zagreb myself. So, because with now 2 matured bodyguards, you kind of want to go into a bit of a fight. And since Wolfform is now off the trail, you can, by making your way back west, you can go back into the center of the board. I would definitely consider it. Goldami is down an item. And it may take him a bit. Shit. It may take him, and since there are very few large cities out in the east, it may take him a while to refill. Oh, rats. Okay, so poke. Okay, a mob on Seward. That's nice. Admittedly, it's better when you hit multiple hunters at once, but. Okay, Mia's showing an escape route at present now. I would probably do a wolf form now, regardless of whether you went Zagreb or not. No wolf form, which means that if he did go Zagreb, he will likely be at Munich right now. I would probably do a renewed vigor now, in place of hunters. Yeah, Pizza is just definitely thinking quite a bit on this one. Surprising return. Okay, so he's gonna get a little bit more info first. He is not at Munich. Okay, so if he and Hyde's still on the trail, so if he went to Zagreb, then he took a detour. Is that enough info? But the thing is, Seward is still at 5 health, and so if Seward ends up landing on Drac, he has 2 bodyguards to reduce him to 1 health. I'm not sure. Speed Telegraph, okay. Renewed Vigor? Yep. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a dangerous business. Because with 2 bodyguards, with 2 matured bodyguards, going into combat is no joke. Who was it that just applied? Probably Van Helsing. Okay, checking Sophia. Did not go there. Okay. I would check. So he's still in an inland location since he wasn't at Sophia. Okay. Okay. Yeah, going to checking the big city as you do still want to resupply with Goldaming. So Seward now. I will say that the speed telegraph doesn't seem to have served much purpose. At least not yet. Okay, not there. I would have had Mina walk to Zagreb first to check out whether he was there before checking that, because then Seward could have checked. What is literally the only option left after Zagreb, Belgrade. Mina gets a 2-horse. I'll go to Szeged first. You know they didn't go to Munich, but so if he did go to Zagreb, he's currently at Szeged. But you still have your other action to... Unless you want to check Klausenberg. Because if you went to Belgrade, he could well be sitting there. Dracula's current location, we know, is either Szeged or Klausenberg. We don't know which one, but... Okay. Oh, so he's at... So it's Szeged, Zagreb or Belgrade to Szeged. So his current location is Szeged. You know that, but as Seward, I don't think you dare pick a fight with him having 2 mature bodyguards. Especially since... Mina can also get involved, but... But I definitely would be, at least, uncomfortable about that. Yeah. Makes sense. So, as for Van Helsing's second move, yeah, he'll just inch a little bit closer. Oops, stepped in a lair. Oh. Fog in a lair. That's not exactly something you see often. And in that case, Dracula now wants to head west. So I would now wolf form to Munich, however obvious that may be. But your path to the ports of the east are now kind of blocked. And unless they have a second renewed vigor, in which case you're probably screwed whether you wolf form to Munich or not, then I would just do it. That fog there will at least give you a little bit of time to get a head start. I wonder, do the hunters have CG to keep them contained in the east? If they do, they chose not to play it. Possibly Van Helsing's the one holding it. Which, honestly, is not all that unlikely. If they do have it, you're gonna want Mina trotting around with that, if you could help it. And well, Seward and Glaming have only 3 between them. So he went only 1 step again, so therefore he's now either at Belgrade or Zagreb, unless there's another possibility that I have just missed out. Either that or he just hid at Szeged. But we know that he's been at Szeged and either Belgrade, and now he's been at both Belgrade and Zagreb if he hasn't hidden. The hide only came off the trail now, so he has to have hidden at Szeged if he has hidden at all. If Pete's Wizard, has figured all that out, then, and has another renewed, and especially if the hunters have another renewed vigor, Scotsword could well be in quite a pickle here. Okay, no dawn events, although seemingly he was thinking of something. So, yeah, I have cooldown resupply. Okay, so he's at Zagreb currently. A spy. What weaponry has you got? Seward. Pistol. So that's too far. So Gul'dan was already moved, and besides, for him to get to there, he would have needed a sense of emergency specifically, either that or another or the other renewed vigor. All right, time to discharge. Time to discharge. Well, first comes. Okay, I would choose Seward. See what. Yeah, see what other weaponry he has. Okay, he has a knife. Possibly do it on Mina now. Well, you know that she has a knife, so why bother? So you're just poking away at okay, planned ambush. So let's keep in mind that there was only one heavenly host discarded in the first cycle of the deck. So therefore, it's more like I expect that Seward's last card is a heavenly host. So, and that he has and what he's currently holding is horse, knife, heavenly host. So what would I do here? Possibly claw Seward since he lost his pistol. Yeah. So either he can maintain the dodge, or if he has what I think he has, then he can make it so that you take 4 damage in return, which apparently that's what's happening. Of course, the hunters may have great strength, but Dracula is not too low yet. And the thing is, it's while it's about to turn to week 3, we aren't there yet. So Dracula only has to stay in this combat one more round. So therefore, I expect Seward will dodge. So what I might do is plot on Seward. Either that or Fang Mina. As a way to play around her having a heavenly host as well. Because she has something other than her knife and a horse. What is it? And she does play the knife, doubtless because she plans to play it again on round 3, the round where he could potentially bat away. And that's also why Seward would dodge this turn. So therefore, So therefore, whatever you do, I would possibly what I would do is mesmerize Mina. Wait, well no, that wouldn't play around Heavenly Host. I think I would try to Fang Mina. Uh, just heal some health, you know. Or another possibility is, what if you claw Mina? You only need to land one hit on Seward to force him to play great strength. So therefore, okay, not strength. Okay. Oh, he had double knife. Okay, it turned out that was for the best. And Seward is dead. No great strength. And punch. Okay. So this is... Yeah, that double bodyguards definitely was very good for Dracula. So that's the first 3 influence for Drac. So Mina is most likely going to play her knife, right? So therefore, I would do mesmerize. Ooh, I don't know why you did that, man. She had a knife. I suppose he was possibly gambling that he would wait around, thinking that he would wait around to bat. So if you have the second Fang, then that's what I would do. But if you have, or rather, I think I would escape his bat or escape his mist. Just get out of the fight. Okay. Oh, they had the rifle. GG. You well played. Alright. So that goes. So this game is going to Pizza Wizard. Alright. That was... he managed to snipe some influence at the end. But... The mistake, in my opinion, what was not wolf forming at that last turn. The mistake, in my opinion, was not wolf forming that last turn. Yeah, because had he wolf formed it, there would be in far more obscurity as to where he could have been. Perhaps it wasn't, but then and you would that but then more there would be more possibilities. Jeez. Perhaps it wasn't, but then and there would be more possibilities. Yep. So, I and thank you all for watching. That was definitely a good game, but nonetheless, I could have gone better for Dracula. Apparently, yeah, Scotsword says he said in there, in case you missed it, that he didn't have the best of combat hands several times throughout the game. So, yeah, could have gone better for Drac, but get but so yeah. But RNG is just part of the game. But the RNG of combat hands and encounter hands is just part of the game. Sometimes it's just what you have to do. So thanks for watching.